How you guys doing? This is Casey, and this is my follow-up review on the cheapest TIG welder in the world, basically. At the time I got it, it was $149.99 on eBay. Funny enough, since then, even the $150 model on eBay, I think is like $180 now. When I first posted this video, they sold out instantly. And I'm not saying it's me, but obviously a lot of people kind of had the same idea I had. Hey, that's a $150 TIG welder, let's give it a shot. Anymore, I think they're closer to $180, which is still obviously, you know, a hell of a deal. Just checked out the listing. It still comes with the TIG torch kit. It still comes with the valve for the, you know, for your air tank and everything. So it's basically ready to go out of the box. Still need to get a bottle and whatnot. Anyways, I'm 6 months in. I haven't had any problems at all getting, you know, more adjusted to the settings on it, just like you do any kind of new machine, new welders especially. I'm really loving it with anything thick. It can be a little bit touchy with sheet metal. I got to get in and get out with your sheet metal, you know, like your tacks. If you're running a full bead on sheet metal, it's fine. It doesn't have any problems with that at all. But sometimes when you first hit the trigger, it's ready to go. Unlike a foot pedal where you have a lot more control, these triggers are kind of, you know, hit or miss. As far as a full weld, I love it. Haven't had any problems at all. It's working great. A question I had from a lot of people when I first got it, they said, well, being that cheap, as much of a piece of shit as it is, I'm sure you're going to be breaking parts left and right. I haven't broke anything. I've been pretty much using it almost daily. Haven't had any problems. It hasn't done any overheating. I did a bunch of, on the last frame I built for this 55 Ford truck, I had to weld a ton of like half-inch thick bracket, 3/8 inch thick brackets, and I mean, I worked it that whole day on 3/8 inch brackets, and it never had a hiccup or anything, never overheated, never did shit. It's been running the whole time this has been videoing, and I mean, you can barely hear it. It's a little quiet little fan, but I think it's just because it's such a small compact unit, it just doesn't get super hot. But I'm gonna do some welding on this shit that I gotta get buttoned up. Still working great. Still a good buy, still no problems. I thought, another thing I was going to say, I just thought of as I got done welding, I assumed it was going to be like, you know, custom Chinese bullshit, you know, parts for the TIG I'd never be able to find. It's all standard shit. I think it's the same as a Miller and a Lincoln. So, I mean, these tips and stuff are all you can get at your local welding shop for a couple bucks, so. It's working great. If you haven't seen the original video where I first unboxed it, and kind of figure it all out. I'll put it in the link on this video. But for all the guys that were curious about this, I get a question about it once a week. People saying, oh, how's it holding up? How's it doing? What all's broke on the piece of shit? Well, nothing so far. So it's still a Chinese piece of shit. I'd probably make fun of somebody if they bought it, but it's working great for me. Another thing, when I first got it, the plan was to see how much I was going to be TIG welding, and then if I realized, oh, I'm TIG welding every day, I need to upgrade. I'm pretty much TIG welding every day, and I'm not going to upgrade until this thing blows up. You know, hopefully it doesn't blow the shop up when it goes down, but I have no reason to upgrade right now. It's been working great for everything I'm doing. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe, blah, 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 all that bullshit they tell you to do at the end of videos. Peace.